passing bigs with the Break Starter badge for easy buckets. Also, you can flick the right stick, aka the Pro Stick, in any direction while holding the icon pass bumper to...
And check out the Mavs. Fashion first, getting off the bus, and now they'll try to make the same impression on the court. Going after this win on the road. In the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The city of Denver is in full motion tonight as we get set to bring you the action from the Pepsi Center. Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Denver Nuggets against the Dallas Mavericks. This is coming on by my side, Greg Anthony and Brett Barrett. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Friday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, we're seeing a new trend in NBA practices. Coaches are marking the court in different ways to help players visualize where they need to be. Take, for example, a four-point line, rewarding players for stretching their shooting range. And
a lot of talk about this, David. Some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. Plenty of games go ahead, friends. Some discussion about shortening the regular season. Do you think that's going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Would you like to see it happen?
I like there's some percolating ideas out there that it might, and the idea of a 70-game season to me, it sounds really healthy. It sounds healthy for the players.
Healthy is a great word to use.
It sounds healthy for the coaching staff. It sounds healthy for the league, and it sounds healthy for the competition that you're going to get. Those 70 games got to be some elevated play throughout the course of a regular season.
It's a great number. Now, look at Dallas and Hardaway is out there with Jalen Brunson. And there's Doncic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the four-man position. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big man. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. And it's Murray in at the one. Now here's Barton. He's covered closely. It's good on the putback.
Now, although undersized, Millsap is a very, very hard worker. Uses his quickness that time.
Pass to Hardaway. And it's Denver with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, those road games are tricky. They had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet.
Now, Brunson, following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
For Denver, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The pass to Millsap. Shoots a fader. Here's Jokic. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
This is where you got to put a body on Jokic. He's the biggest guy on the floor right now, and remarkably strong.
You know, Brent, passing is just one of the many things that Jokic does well on the floor.
Well, it doesn't look pretty at times, and there's not a ton of athleticism, but the cerebral play of Jokic, and then for teams to try to prepare Kevin defensively for a team offensively that plays from a point center, that's a bit of a mind job night in and night out. Denver's done such a great job of accentuating the skill set of Nikola Jokic.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Now shooting their first shots at the line from the charity stripe. 2 shots. One falls for Brunson. And he makes both free throws.
And the Nuggets franchise still looking for their first trip to the NBA Finals.
How about the franchise making the ABA Finals back in 1976? So it's been quite elusive here in the mountains to get the finals back to Denver. 40 years ago, still looking for that trip. Jokic and body control. Hey, years ago, we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
Doncic outside, beyond the arc. Hands it from downtown.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Here's Harris. 5 to shoot. Murray for 3. Here's Jokic. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
Now, watching Porzingis shoot, man, it's a thing of beauty. 7-3, great form, great touch. Nice looking shot there.
Another miss by Jokic.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Brunson kicks to Doncic. Down low, it's tipped. Finney Smith passes to Brunson. Here's Doncic, and it's all evened up. Doncic has got 5.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
Now here's Murray. Brunson covering. Puts one up from 19. And another miss by Denver.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Porzingis at the elbow. Over Millsap. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got his second basket.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot in his offensive game now.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before put the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
You know, yeah,
Get a chance to look at the stats for Nikola Jokic. Last season, he played outstanding. 9th in assists. And he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Now here's Martin. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Mavericks have on 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Curry subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Good on the second free throw. Now here is Harris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Murray outside. Back to Harris. They need this one. He can't hit that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
And they'll be seeing each other 4 times this year. This is the first meeting, looking for a good start in the series.
Yeah, and who's going to set the tone here tonight? That'll be something to watch.
And they pick up 2.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their 2 bigs Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic, and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point-centered position. It has paid huge dividends.
Brett, offensive versatility, all the rage now. Which guards do you think do the best job of generating offense with their back to the basket?
I don't know so much as these guys are playing with their back to the basket, Kevin, so much as they're finding ways to get the ball without a dribble at about 15 feet away from the basket. So one dribble, you're at the rim.
Right.
They're very effective at the mid-range. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan have tremendous efficiency from those areas on the floor. So those are the kind of players that put some pressure on your defense because they're starting their offense so close to the basket, and they're effective with which they do it. Not on the post, not on the perimeter, and they're finding ways to be impactful.
Pushing up in the changes for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Millsap. Grant comes in for Will Barton, and it's Malik Beasley in for Harris. Now here's Curry, following the miss by Jokic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Beasley finds Plumlee. Grant, the bounce pass. For three, Murray. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Powell. Dallas moving it around. Porzingis passes to Doncic. No good with the triple.
And they've come out with a tempo business approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Powell with the steal. Right side, Lee. Over Beasley. No good from Lee.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Now Cook. Following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. Lee outside. Porzingis inside. Working on Plumlee. This game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Trailblazers. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second chance points in the NBA. The Nuggets, number 1.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Free throw, good, Beasley. And the Nuggets with some changes. Porter comes in for Jokic. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. And both free throws good for Beasley.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Curry kicks to Powell. Back to Curry. Over in the corner, Lee. Pass to Powell. And here is Curry. 6 to shoot. Steps back and fires. And the basket is good. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
Passes it to Porter. And that one drops for him.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation.
Now, here's Porter. Back to Morris. Here's the floater. It's tipped. Here's Lee. The shot off that time. And Denver the other way now. Morris looking over the floor. It's Beasley on the wing. Now the pass to Porter. Morris outside. Denver needs to get off the shot. The score now all even.
In terms of set plays, this is where Plumlee is very dangerous offensively. The old pick and roll game.
Curry passes to Powell. Curry against Morris. Just outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's 9 points for Luka Doncic. And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. There's 38 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Porter, here we go. And that one, good.
Well, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Powell finds Lee. Back to Powell. Outside, Porzingis. Porzingis is double. Shoots over Green. And he can't bank that one in. On deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's all tied in Denver. And back with the start of the second quarter. It's just a moment.
He said he never from me. I don't really give a... Oh, man. Because I'm all in it. Ran up on him.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider what Denver's doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And now let's check out the lineups. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter first. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. We've got Luka Doncic. Lee out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Jackson. And it's Powell in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here is Morris. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket. After missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Target with his 3. Denver in the lead. And Beasley, here we go. It's good.
Yeah, outstanding job there, taking the harm and still able to finish.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. And Dallas also making a switch. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Curry. Denver shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
That was a terrific sophomore season for Monte Morris. One of the best assist-to-turnover ratio guys in the league. The former Iowa State Cyclone got a lot of rotation minutes and was huge in the playoffs as he came in as a spark plug off the bench.
And for Morris Brent, a great success story on a 2-way contract player.
You got to give credit to the Nuggets in the way that they operated their G League team and the way that Monte Morris was able to develop with a lot of minutes there and then come in and be an impact player. More and more teams being conscientious of how they're using the G League. Monte Morris, a success story from that sort of production.
The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the handshake.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before on the legal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled up in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league is run.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. The freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes, it's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Martin has checked in. The Nuggets leading by 3. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
Morris with the button.
Is continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
Now here's Brunson. He had 19 points in the win against Portland. He kicks it to Hardaway. Over Harris. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. Only given up 2 points this quarter. Here's Morris. Second chance effort. Porter, no luck.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming. That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Morris outside. Kicks to Porter. 13 feet away. Porter can't get that one to fall. Mavericks trailed by 3. Number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Hardaway passes to Brunson. Back to Hardaway. That misses, and a chance to tie it there. Nuggets have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Plus 3 of 9. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Hits the close-range jumper. Denver shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes of play. Pass to Jokic. A putback, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Wow, can't lose Millsap on the boards, and surprisingly up quick for a finish on the offensive platform.
Hardaway passes to Brunson, and the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. Brunson finds foul. To Brunson, fires the 3, gets the 3-pointer to fall. Brunson's got it all tied up now for Dallas.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Now Murray. He had 19 points in the win against Sacramento.
Offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their 1 down low.
Harris against Hardaway. Flight to the right wing from about 19 feet. Harris's shot is off.
He wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
And the call against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. On the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. And it's Lee in. Hardaway. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closer. Porzingis trying to get free. Brunson, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Barton from deep. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Finney-Smith's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Over Harris. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. For three, Murray. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got 4 this quarter.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
Lee passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Lee. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Grant, he's checked in for Denver. Malik Beasley comes in for Gary Harris. Then for the Mavericks, Ogadancic. He's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Curry subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Courtney Lee, the journeyman, continues to excel no matter where it is that he unpacks his bags.
The Mavericks leading. On the wing, Doncic. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists tonight. The Nuggets shooting a cool 28% in the second quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding. But he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Murray for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Doncic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Lee finds Porzingis. Can't cash in from a high post. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position, and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Well, a long time, Jeremy Grant was a role player that just came off the bench, and last season starting most all of the games. He showed how well he can fit in as a five-man, and now with the Nuggets, if he can bring that kind of energy off the bench with his length, his athleticism, it gives another dynamic to this young Nugget nucleus.
Now here's Murray. 6 points for him. Grant dishes to Murray. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And with Grant as a stroke, his energy and effort were infectious. But Grant not likely to start that many games with the Nuggets.
And I think that when you look at Jeremy Grant having come off the bench before, that for a player like that, he's going to be comfortable knowing that his impact on the team is going to continue to help the Nuggets be a deep run playoff squad. He knows the potential of what they can do, and he's another piece of great depth to this Nugget roster.
Now here's Beasley. After look at Doncic's miss.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Right side, Lee. 1:19 left in the first half of the game. Porzingis trying to get free and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be a Mason Plumlee.
To be aware of Lee out there, he uses his athleticism well enough to draw the contact on that play.
And both free throws good for Lee. The Nuggets trail by 4. Murray with it. He's got 6. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and he gets it back. The Nuggets with another miss. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Curry gets to Porzingis. Fires for 3. No good from Lee. And here's Grant. They'll bring it up for the Nuggets. To the middle. Here's Beasley. Good tee by Lee.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
On the wing, outside Curry. Nuggets 6. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Jokic. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. And Dallas also making a switch. Dwight Powell's checked in for Justin Jackson.
Right there.
Here's Morris. Fires the 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Mavericks ahead, up by 4. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. We're back in a moment.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny. Hey, folks. Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 11 points, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
I love the motion on offense. The guys are moving, the ball is moving. It's a very nice approach to the game. And one the defense absolutely could not keep up with.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
They did some good things, but not enough. They need to start.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
And as we get to the neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority.
The backcourt is Murray and Harris. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. And it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Murray, the pass to Barton. On the three off target. Mavericks leading by 4. To the inside. Finney-Smith. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Well, as soon as the shot was released, Millsap gets off the floor quickly and blocks it.
On the wing, Hardaway. Over Harris.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Millsap trying to get open. Jokic gets to Millsap. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
A moment now to see the stats for Gary Harris. How he did last season. Averaged about 13 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn, and see what he does.
Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Passes to Brunson. Back to Doncic. Inside, Jokic with the steal. Murray outside. And they're unable to get the time basket there.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4. Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
The Nuggets trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Jokic. Nice D from Porzingis.
1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. The offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
Now here's Brunson. He's covered by Murray.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. So they can get on the same page during this timeout.
Here's Brunson. He has 7. Outside, Porzingis. The pass to Doncic. Shoots over Barton. And too long on the shot. And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Talk about players who are X factors for their team, and for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray is one of those guys. He is a guy that once he gets going, feels like the team can become unbeatable.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Jokic. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Mavericks have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Back Back to Doncic. Pass to Finney Smith. Fades and shoots. Rebound by the Nuggets. As you said, Brent, a hot Jamal Murray can take over a game.
Big-time investment from the Nuggets this offseason and what Jamal Murray is to them now, but what he can be in the future. And I think right now what he's looking to be is as consistent as he possibly can be, night in and night out, to prepare this team each season to play its best basketball in the postseason.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Nuggets trail. For the tie, he nails it. And we're tied up. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Some good anticipation there. Murray quickly out, leaking in transition and filling the lane.
Runs in the pass to Finney Smith. Runs in the bounce pass. Here's Porzingis. Dallas, no good that time either. For Denver, they've gone a lackluster 3-9 on the field since halftime. And here is Murray. He's got 11. To the paint. Here's Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
For Denver, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Free throw drops for him.
Well, it's interesting when Jokic was playing with Nurkic and they cleared the room for Jokic to take over at the center position. He's taken on that responsibility. He's taken on the star role. He's accepting it and excelling at it.
And he can't hit the second.
Big trip to the line. He did not get all of them, but at least they hold the lead now. If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Martin outside. Pass to Jokic. Hits the jumper in space. Jokic has got 2 points.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
Dallas calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
For the Mavericks, Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Lee comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Curry subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Passes it to Finney Smith. Back to Curry. It's deflected and stolen by Murray. And the pass to Jokic. The dish to Grant. Over to the left wing. Lee against Jokic. And the officials call a traveling violation. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top 3-point shooters. Look at Curry, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Doncic against Grant. Doncic passes the Powell. Count that one. Powell's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Millsap kicks to Grant. Pass to Murray. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Lee's got his 6th rebound on the night. On the wing, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. Powell Doncic, no good. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Harris passes to Millsap. A three ball. Now pulls it in.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's Finney Smith. Millsap covering. Out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Looking at the numbers for Doncic, coming off a terrific season. He was around 21 points per game last year, 8 rebounds and 6 assists. And he led the charge when it came to scoring, led the team.
Yeah, he shot the lights out all year long from a variety of spots on the floor of that versatility.
Denver calls timeout. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Here's what Denver's going with right now. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. Michael Porter comes in for Paul Millsap. Beasley's checked in for Gary Harris. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Plumlee finds Morris. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Thursday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando. Mavericks leading by 3. Now here's Curry. Pass to Finney Smith. Here's Doncic from deep 3-point range. He's not going to go for it. It's his 6th miss. He's 5 for 11.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Here's Porter. The Nuggets with another miss.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
Here's Powell and Dallas again with the bucket.
Man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Morris outside. Will it go? And it's good on the way up. Morris has got 6.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Doncic passes to Finney Smith. 1:27 left to play in the third. A shot by Curry, no good. The Nuggets trail by 5. Right at the elbow. Dunked by Grant.
Trust me, defense wants to keep Grant out of the paint, and he wants to get in there. That's why.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Mavericks. Over in the corner, Doncic. Rebound by the Nuggets.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots. With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Back to Curry. Baseline jumper. Porter pulls it in.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
The Nuggets have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Dallas making a switch here. Easily hits them both. Now Curry. Hardaway with it. That shot off. The Nuggets have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Will Barton.
That one crosses. He ties it up.
6'6", 175. That's one wily athlete. Will Barton, tough to guard, given his height and his speed.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Here's Brunson. And no good on the last second attempt this time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Nuggets ahead. As they dominate the last minutes of the quarter on an 8-0 run. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. And let's take time to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Porzingis, Jalen Brunson out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Powell in at the first one. Barton, no luck.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really
Hardaway for 3, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one. And here is Murray. He feeds it to Plumlee. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 8 rebounds in this game. Brunson, the bounce pass. The jump hook. Nice shot by Porzingis. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
Yeah, Porzingis, the things we talk about is assertiveness, but that also comes with great stamina. Right now, he's determined.
Martin surveying the floor. Porzingis with the block, and he's able to get it back. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries again, and that one's good. Barton.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
On the wing, Hardaway. Now it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Millsap comes in for Grant, and it's Gary Harris in for Beasley. And Dallas also making a switch. Finney Smith's checked in. I have a look here for Murray. 3 corners off the mark.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
The jump hook, and Finney Smith gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Murray. The kick out to Barton. throws it down.
That's the explosive speed once again from Barton. Blew past the D on the drive to the rim.
Passes it to Curry. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Porzingis. No good that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Barton outside, from outside the arc. The Mavericks pull it in. On the wing, Hardaway. Barton defending. They get it again. Hardaway passes to Brunson. Curry with it. There's the pass to Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. A shot by Curry, no good.
I saw a green light there, Kevin. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
But they'll recover it.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard. Gets them another possession and allows them to run even more clock.
And the layup is good.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from it.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Barton outside. Fires from deep. Doesn't go that time.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Finney Smith can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail by 4. Right wing. Millsap has the open look. They grab their own miss. And the shot goes in.
Second chance points again. A huge problem for this team.
Dallas calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout, kind of let them catch their breath.
Know that they testing it.
He's checked in for the Mavericks. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Murray outside. Pulls up on the wing. And right on target with the switch.
Murray starting to feel the J here, sinking these shots time and time again.
Pass to Hardaway. To Brunson. Down low. Jokic with the steal. Harris against Hardaway. The kick out to Barton. Basket is good at the assist for Harris. Barton's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Here's Doncic. Looking to get it going. And that's 2 points on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible in scoring in a variety of ways.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Pass to Brunson. To the middle. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
That free throw good from Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway Jr. has some nights where it just looks effortless for him to get out and get 20 points. It's nice when he rebounds and passes in those games as well, showing complete games.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Mavericks leading by 3. Doncic kicks to Brunson. to Doncic. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. The pass to Hardaway. No good on the three.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Gary Harris would not be denied that time, focused on getting the finish.
Now Doncic inside. Finney-Smith, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Murray. Porzingis with the block. They retain possession. Basket good.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the back row.
Runs in the pass to Finney-Smith. Now here's Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. And he makes that one. And the Mavericks lead by 3. Denver's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. And here's Harris from the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And he comes up with the deuce. Now it's a 5-point Maverick lead.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Rosen looking it over. He kicks the ball. The three. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Finney-Smith gets it to go. Finney-Smith's got 6 points in the quarter.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Yeah, it goes. And the Dallas lead cut down to 5 on the bucket from Murray. 1:32 left to play in the final quarter. Shot on the way. And good. He has it.
And he's such a polished shooter. You can't give Doncic these kinds of opportunities, or he's going to burn you.
Porzingis against Murray. Jokic, good in the assist. And that's 12 points for Jokic.
Jokic stepping up big time here.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're leading by 5. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart, offensive basketball.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for Dallas. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Doncic with it. Passes it to Finney-Smith. 5 on the clock. Shoots it. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Another shot. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Timeout.
Porzingis has got the lead up to 7 now for the man.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Hope they get it there.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound. Jokic needed it, and he got it.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Here's Curry. On the wing, Doncic. Lets it go from deep. It's held in by Jokic. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
7-second difference, shot the game clock. Harden passes to Jokic from the wing. That one a little long.
The shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
Denver calls timeout. They're down by 7. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
And here is Curry. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Brady. But this is
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
well said. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Albert, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA.